All right, y'all. Let's talk about some SEC football that's going to be played tomorrow, November 2nd. There's 5 games that I'm going to talk about, and just bear with me because I'm going to present the screen. I bet with DraftKings, this kind of shows the over under and the lines in this game. I'm going to tell you who I think will outright win in these games, but I also want to tell you who I think will cover. And I'll also tell you over unders that I like in this game. So the first game I'm going to talk about is the 12 p.m. kickoff game played in Fayetteville, Arkansas tomorrow. So first and foremost, I think Ole Miss wins this game because I don't trust Taylor Green down the stretch. I think he's a turnover machine. But Arkansas as a 7-point underdog, that's a lot of points. That's asking a lot, in my opinion, because I think they're two pretty even teams. I like Ole Miss a little bit better, but Arkansas being at home, I think Arkansas covers that. So if I was going to bet, I would take Arkansas to cover in the first game on our slate. Now I'm going to move to the second game. Let's talk about Vanderbilt Auburn. So first and foremost, who do I think is going to win? Well, this is the hardest one of the week for me to pick, really, on an outright winner. I do think Auburn wins because it's at home, but I'm not very confident in that pick. And the reason I'm not confident in that pick is Diego Pavia, who's played outstanding this year. He's already beat Virginia Tech. He's already beat Alabama, almost beat Texas, and he beat Auburn last year at New Mexico State. Now, they are a 7.5-point underdog, Vanderbilt is. I would take that all day long. That might be one of the best bets of this weekend. I think Vanderbilt will definitely cover. Vanderbilt has a rush defense that's in the top in the 20s, the top 30, top 20 in the country right now in rush defense. Auburn likes to run the ball primarily. They do not have the receivers or the quarterback to really throw the football. So I don't think Auburn will score a lot of points. I don't think Vanderbilt per se will score a lot of points either. I think it's a low scoring game. Over under is something to look in that game either. I like the under too if you're going to bet. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points in this game, but I like Auburn to win, but I definitely like Vanderbilt to cover, and it would not surprise me if Vanderbilt wins. So let's move to the third game of the day, the cocktail party in Jacksonville. Florida playing Georgia. Florida is a 14.5-point favorite. I'm not crazy about this game, and a number of reasons why. Obviously, I think Georgia is going to win this game, but Georgia offensively has been kind of all over the place in the first half. Half the time they don't show up, which is a lot like my Vols. They don't show up in the first half either. So I can definitely see Florida covering, but I can also see Georgia blowing them out. As far as the over-under, I kind of like the under in this game. I don't think Florida will score a lot of points on this defense. I think they're going to make Florida's quarterback, DJ Lagway, his life a living hell this week. If you saw Georgia's defense in that front seven, the way they played a couple weeks ago against Texas, this is a group that's really hitting the stride. So I do like the under. I do not like the spread at all. I would stay away from that. But I'm not even crazy about the over-under. I do kind of like the under in that game. So that's the third game. The fourth game on the slate here that I want to talk about, and just bear with me here, is Texas A&M going to South Carolina. It's a 7:30 kickoff at South Carolina. South Carolina is a 3.5-point underdog. And, it's going to be a tough game for A&M to win. It is hard to beat South Carolina. It's an underrated venue, honestly, to go in there and win. South Carolina has an elite defense, but I like A&M as a whole better than I do South Carolina. A&M's offense is playing much better. Marcel Reed, with the way he can run that read option where he knows exactly when to keep it, when to give it. And if you watched him in that LSU game, this guy is dynamic, and he's throwing the ball better too. I like A&M to win this game, and I actually like A&M to even cover. As far as the over-under, I probably like the over in this game. 44 is low. I do think that South Carolina will probably score 21 points, and I definitely like A&M to score 24 to 28 at least. So I think they'll cover that. And I think I would like the over if I was going to bet on that, because that's a low number. Now the last game this weekend that I'm going to talk about, Kentucky, Tennessee. I cannot believe the line is this high. This shows you how far Kentucky has fallen. Kentucky's playing just horrible football right now. Auburn ran for over 300 yards on them. Last week, they allowed Florida almost run for 200 yards on them. And this is a defense that's been very stingy against the run. So it begs the question, has Kentucky quit on Mark Stoops? And I think they have. I think Kentucky is just not playing with any kind of desire. The problem with this game is, it would be easy to lay the points on Tennessee, but Tennessee's offense, the last 3 SEC games, has been shut out in the first half. 17 and a half points is a lot of points. So it would not surprise me if Tennessee beats Kentucky by 31, 35 points, but it also would not surprise me if Tennessee only wins 14 to 17 points. I definitely like Tennessee to win this game by double digits. I would stay away. I would stay away from the spread. And as far as the over/under, I would stay away as well. I think Kentucky's not going to score hardly at all. You're probably going to see Kentucky score 10 to 14 points in this game. But I can also see, Tennessee's not going over 31 points in this game. So that it's kind of an enigma. You don't know what's going to happen. That's a coin toss, in my opinion, on what's going to happen. But anyway, that is my 5 games that I'll be looking at this weekend, games I'll be betting on, and I think I think that's been pretty sound advice. At least that's what I'm going to be doing with my money. I'm going to be betting on those games and the advice I gave you. So hopefully I can make you some money this weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later.